Alright, so Venom is in Project Baki now, and I know I am late, but the good thing about being late is that, when a style comes out, you gotta wait for the quest, or you gotta guess for the quest, or like wait for a YouTube video to come out, and then, then it'll tell you the quest. But the good thing about being late is that now the Venom quest is fully out, and now I can tell you the Venom quest. And the Venom quest will be in the description, so you can screenshot it and send it to your buddies, and you can do the quest with your buddies. If you want to start the quest, it's right here. But I bought the pack, so I didn't do the quest though. But I do know that when you do buy the pack, you do get two titles, and those titles are King in Black and also Lethal Protector. When you first get the pack, you also get the style. So right now I'm using the style. This is in base form. This is not Venom, but like I know it looks like Street Fighting, like the animations are Street Fighting, but you gotta turn into Venom. But Venom is the rage key. Whatever rage key, like if you're on PC, like it'll be G, I think. Or if you're on like console, then it'll be up arrow on the D-pad. But yeah, it's your rage key. So let me press that real quick. And this is Venom. Now, this is the model, the Venom model. It's honestly pretty cool. Honestly, like these are the M1s. Those are the M1s. This is the M2s. It's an uppercut. But honestly, like the model itself is pretty freaking awesome. And oh yeah, and the Antivenom skin, which I will show now. And so this is the Antivenom skin. And so this one comes like if you buy the pack, this will come with it. This is the one out of three skins that you could get from Venom. I think that if you complete it like from the quest, you'll get a different skin. But there's also a Venom skin where he's wearing the Spider-Man suit over it. And I think that might be a reference to in the comics. It's called Rep Rap, and honestly, that's pretty cool. People haven't figured that one out yet, but when it does, I'm most definitely gonna get it. Let's get into the stats. So the stat requirements for each move, because look, every single move has this. So the base stat requirements are 600 strength, 600 durability, 300 agility, and 100 intellect. So these are the set ones that you need to do in order to unlock like most of these. But let's see. Let's get into it. All right. Tentacle pull. Pull enemies towards you with a tendril. Hold the skill to do a follow-up grab on a nearby target, and I will show that right now. All right. In mode, it is spine snap, and it says it decreases their mobility when landed and can execute at 25. And I will show that right now. Honestly, the fact that these things got the description in them is pretty helpful and is pretty awesome. Alright, the next move. Symbiote Hammer. It says smash once for knockback, and the second smash will push them into the ground. And I will show that right now. In the mode, it says become Symbiote Slam in mode. And I will show that right now. Alright, so on to the next skill. Tentacle Whip. It says forward cone, which causes bleed and knocks enemies away, which I will show now. So it says in mode, symbiote spawn, enemy below 15%. This skill allows you to create minions. Oh. And it says those lower in imagination will be turned into puppets, and those above will remain their sanity. 20% chance to turn into carnage with for increased buffs. So this is actually pretty great if you have a teammate, like you could do boss rush and they got an overpowered style and like you guys will run through it. The only downside to having Venom or like to being like the symbiote minion is that you also gain like the passives of Venom. Venom's passive is basically like you need to have hunger like a lot in order to do moves. But since you're Venom, it's gonna drain faster. The same thing for the symbiote minions is gonna be like that. It drains faster. So that's the one downside to that. Like in boss rush. But if you're doing like PvP, you have like three downsides. But the increased buff with an overpowered mode, it's a positive. Alright, on to the next move. Head chomp. Executes below 20%, grants health and calories when landed, and it says health and calorie gain is increased when it executes. And I'll show that right now. And it says it becomes Feast of the Abyss in mode. So I'll show that right now. On to the last move. Symbiote Burst. So this doesn't really change in mode or at all, basically. Well, anyways, it's just an evasive that knock. So it's an evasive that just knocks enemies away, and I'm gonna show that right now. All right. Anyways, the rest of the read it says Venom passives: bleed immunity, poison immunity, increased stamina regen, weakness to burn, high weakness to sound. Honestly, people, the only two, I mean, there's probably more styles that have sound, but I'd say I know a lot more that use burn. But anyways, the only two I know that are sound are Tengen and Inumaki. Those are the two I know. There's probably more, correct me if I'm wrong, but I know a lot more that have burn. But when you buy this style, you'll get those two titles and you'll get the Antivenom skin. I will show it, but not yet. But first we're gonna get into the style. So when you first get the style pack, you get the style.